If you're standing in your backyard staring at a pile of cheap-look patio chairs that wobble every time the wind picks up, you're probably thinking, I just need something that will actually stay put, looks decent, and won't bleed my wallet dry. That hesitation is real. You've probably had a first-date dinner ruined by a table that fogged up after a drizzle, or you've watched a summer party end early because a flimsy bench split after a single extra chair. The biggest risk when buying outdoor furniture isn't the price tag, it's ending up with pieces that need constant repainting, that crack after a season, or that simply don't survive the everyday hustle of family meals, kids' games, and the occasional barbecued mess. That's why I'm taking a closer look at the POLYWOOD La Casa CAF 5-piece round outdoor dining set, and why I think it might be the quiet workhorse you've been looking for. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's dig into why that matters. First off, this set is built from POLYWOOD's proprietary blend of recycled HDPE plastics, which they market as genuine POLYWOOD lumber. It's not a veneer over a metal frame, nor a wicker weave that can be pulled apart in a few weeks. The material is essentially a solid slab that can be lifted with one hand and set down without a wobbly shuffle. That gives you a table and 4 chairs that feel as stable as a wooden dinner set but without the maintenance nightmare that comes with real timber. No painting, no staining, no waterproofing, just a material that resists splintering, cracking, chipping, peeling, and rot. In plain terms, you won't be spending your summer evening sanding down a warped table leg or dragging the chair inside for a quick fix. Who should consider this set? If you have a modest patio, a deck, or even a poolside lounge that needs a defined eating area, this is a solid choice. The round table about 4 feet across fits nicely under a pergola or a small gazebo, and the 4 matching chairs keep the visual cohesion you want for a tidy outdoor space. The slate gray finish is neutral enough to blend with most color schemes, from bright tropical accents to more subdued earth tones. Families that entertain regularly will appreciate the heavy-duty feel, especially if you often host brunches, birthday lunches, or spontaneous dinner parties. The set also works well for those who want a low-maintenance solution. Because the material doesn't absorb water, you can just hose it down after a barbecue, let it dry, and it's ready for the next gathering. Now, who might want to skip it? If you're looking for a super light, easily portable table to carry from a balcony to a garden, these pieces are intentionally weighty. The dense material means a single chair can feel like a small bench in your hands, which is great for stability but not ideal if you need to move it around frequently. Also, the design leans toward classic rather than ultramodern. If your aesthetic is more about sleek metal frames or a hammock-style vibe, the La Casa's straightforward, slab-like look could feel out of place. Finally, if you're working with an extremely tight budget, say, under $300 for a full set, this might stretch your limits, as the price point sits a bit higher due to the recycled plastic build. Let's talk about the practical strengths that show up once you start using the set day to day. First, the resistance to the elements is not just marketing jargon. I've seen homeowners who live in coastal areas where salt spray is a constant problem. Traditional wood chairs can quickly develop a fuzzy surface or start to rot at the joints. The POLYWOOD pieces, however, maintain their color and structural integrity despite exposure to salty air, UV rays, and occasional downpours. The fade-proof claim holds up. After a few weeks of full sun, the slate gray hue remains consistent, not turning into a bleached tan. This translates into a longer lifespan without the need for a protective cover or periodic refinishing. Second, the chairs have a surprisingly ergonomic feel. While they lack the plush cushions that come with some higher-priced sets, the molded seat shape follows the natural curve of the body. For a quick lunch or a weekend coffee, you'll find the seat supportive enough to sit for an hour without feeling the hard edge you might get on a metal or solid plastic chair. The armrests, part of the TD200 La Casa CAF dining armchair model, give you a place to rest a drink or a plate, which is a small but appreciated detail when you're juggling plates and conversation. Even without extra padding, the design distributes weight evenly, which means you won't hear that creaking noise that signals a weak joint. A common concern with any outdoor set is the potential for moisture to get trapped under the surface, leading to mold or mildew. Since the material is entirely HDPE, it behaves more like a sealed plastic than a porous wood. Water simply rolls off, and there's no hidden seam where slime can form. So you can